Mom, there's a boy in school that always pulls my hair. I don't like him, Tammy cried, clutching the hem of her mother's dress. Her small brown fingers trembled as fat tears rolled down her cheeks. Tari sighed, brushing strands of her daughter's soft curls away from her face. Who is he, baby? His name is Ademilade, Tammy sniffled. He says he just wants to play, but it hurts. Tari's heart tightened. She bent to her daughter's level, her voice gentle but firm. No one should hurt you, my love. Let's go to your principal. Minutes later, they were in the small air-conditioned office of Mr. Ajayi, the principal, a man with kind eyes and an apologetic smile. He adjusted his glasses and cleared his throat. Miss Sir, please don't take it too hard. Boys that age. Sometimes when they like a girl. Tari's calm expression hardened. Please, I don't want that kind of liking, she interrupted. Teach him respect, not excuses. Her tone was polite, but it carried quiet fire. She took Tammy's hand, stood up and left before the principal could utter another word. 2 days later, Tari's phone buzzed in the middle of her busy tailoring shop. Madam, please come quickly, the school secretary said. There's been an incident. Your daughter got into a fight. Tari's heart dropped. She tossed her measuring tape aside and locked her shop. As she hailed the keke napep, sweat beaded her brow, not from heat, but worry. At the school, voices thundered from the principal's office. Where is the mother of this stupid girl? A commanding female voice shrieked. How dare she touch my grandson? Tari froze. That voice carried the air of entitlement. Cold, sharp, and venomous. She pushed open the door, and here stood Madame Vera Williams, hand raised mid-air, about to strike little Tammy. Don't you dare, Tari said sharply, grabbing Vera's wrist before it landed. The room fell silent. Mr. Jayi's eyes started nervously. Please, let's calm down. But Madame Vera was too stunned to move. She stared at Tari, eyes wide, her painted lips trembling. This woman, her face, her voice, she looked like Tari. For a moment, Madame Vera's mind went blank. Her heart racing. Could this be possible? Could she have survived? But Tari, oblivious to the storm rising in Vera's heart, pulled her daughter closer. Madam, whatever happened between the children? A slap isn't the solution. Madame Vera's voice returned, brittle and cutting. You poor people. You don't know how to train your children. Your daughter has been bullying my grandson. Bullying? Taris asked. Yes, they were asked to write essays about their mothers, Vera snapped. My grandson wrote about me, and your rude child told him he didn't write it correctly because I wasn't his mother. Tari blinked. That's what this is about? You should be ashamed, Vera continued, her voice trembling with venom. My family doesn't mingle with gutter rats. Tari's lips parted. But before she could reply, the principal intervened. Enough! This is the school, not the marketplace. Vera glared at Tari one last time. Mark my words, woman. You will regret this. Tari, shaking but defiant, left to Tammy in her arms. Outside, the little girl looked up. Mommy, who was that scary woman? Tari smiled faintly. Who hiding her on his? Someone who forgot what being kind means. That evening, in the cozy sitting room of Mama Ruth and Papa Dan, Tari vented her frustration. I have seen rude people before. Mama Ruth, but that woman, she's something else. Her voice cracked between anger and disbelief. Mama Ruth, the elderly woman who had raised her like a daughter, patted her hand. Don't let people like that steal your peace, my dear. She's miserable, that's all. Tari exhaled, glancing at little Tammy asleep on the couch. I understand children acting out, but for an adult to act like that, what example is she setting? Papa Dan shook his head slowly. Some people's hearts are blackened by pride. Leave her to God. Tari nodded, but her thoughts lingered. That woman's face, those eyes filled with hate. It felt personal, even though they had never met. At the Williams mansion, Madame Vera stormed into the study where Senator Williams was reading the evening paper. I can't take it anymore, Williams. That insolent woman and her child are a menace. Pull out sponsorship from that wretched school at once. Senator Williams looked up startled. Vera, what on earth happened this time? I thought I attacked Ademilade, and she had the nerve to lecture me. Me! In front of the principal. Tade, who had just walked in, frowned. Mom, Maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Silence, Tade, she snapped. That woman has no respect for class or breeding. Senator Williams sighed. Folding his paper, Vera. We can't keep meddling in the school affairs. They would think we're abusing influence. Vera's face twisted with disbelief. You are defending her now? I am asking for sense, he said firmly. She's just a parent. Let it go. Vera stood frozen, her rage simmering. How dare they defy her? No one has ever told her no, not even her husband, not her son. But this woman, this Ose, would regret crossing her. The weeks that followed turned the principal office into a second home for both women. Miss Williams, please, can we have some peace? Mr. Jai begged one morning. I will not, Madam Vera snapped. Each week your teachers allow that rude child to harass my grandson. Is this how your school maintains standards? On another day, it was Tare who stood at the same desk, arms folded, holding back tears of frustration and exhaustion. Sir, Tammy says Ademilade calls her names, pushes her books. Please talk to his grandmother before this gets out of hand. Mr. Ajayi massaged his temples. Miss Ose, Miss Williams, please, they are 6-year-olds. Let's not turn this into a war. But it was war. Every Monday brought a new complaint, a new shouting match. Teachers began to whisper that they could feel the temperature in the hallway drop whenever Madame Vera perfume filled the air. One evening, thunder rolled over the marble roof of the Williams mansion. Madame Vera stood by the foot of the bed, yanking at everything. Uncivilized woman she is. She is challenging me in public. Senator Williams, laying in bed, looked up at her. Still upset about that woman again? He asked quietly. She's a menace, Vera spat. Every week the principal calls. I want you to threaten them, Williams. Pull out sponsorship. That will teach them not to side with riffraff. He sighed. Vera will sponsor that school to help children, not to bully teachers. Help, she scoffed. You mean help them forget their place? Do you know the insult she threw at me today? Vera, listen to yourself. You are letting a 6-year-old and her mother ruin your peace, he said. I will not be disrespected, she said through clenched teeth. You either speak to that principal, or I will go there myself. Senator Williams didn't say anything. He paused, then he said, perhaps you should go. And while you are at it, pray you don't destroy what's left of your dignity. Vera's reflection glared back at her. Dignity. She lost that the night she let a screaming woman and unborn child die. Weeks later, Madame Vera was driving home. A luxury SUV filled with shopping bags for Ademilade's birthday. She hummed along to the radio, her mind already picturing his smile when he would unwrap the gifts. Then she saw it. A crowd gathering by the roadside. Ha! These poor people again, she muttered, slowing down. It's just the boy, someone cried. Please help us take him to the hospital, Vera rolled her eyes. I should stain my seats, my car's seat with blood, God forbid. A man ran to her window, desperation in his eyes. Please, madam, no car is stopping. If we wait for an ambulance, he might die. Vera's lip coiled. Is that my business? Maybe his parents should have taught him not to play in the road. The crowd gasped. A woman from the onlooker stepped forward, eyes blazing. Are you God? That you decide who lives and who dies? What if it was your own grandchild? Vera smirked. My grandchild is privileged. It will never roll in the depths. The crowd's anger turned to shouting. But she didn't care. She revved her engine, blocking the narrow road, forcing everyone to step back. You people will not move until I do, she backed. Another car, a small yellow taxi, squeezed through the side and whisked the boy away. Vera slammed her steering wheel. Let's see who it belongs to, she muttered, tailing the car all the way to the hospital. Just then, her phone rang. It was Tade. Hi, Mom. Where is Ademilade? Can I talk to him? Vera smiled faintly. He's fine, my darling. He's asleep already. At that same hour, Senator Williams and Tade were already on their way to the hospital for a political charity visit. The senator was to present donations to the pediatric wing. Tade had tagged along after work to keep him company. As they entered the building, nurses rushed past them. Another accident case! Critical condition, one shouted. Moments later, Madame Vera stormed through the doors, still in her designer scarf. She was arguing with a woman from the crowd when she suddenly froze because From the opposite corridor, Tade appeared carrying a feverish Tammy, followed by Mama Ruth and Papa Dan. The collision of past and present happened in a heartbeat. Vera's hiss slashed through the corridor. This hospital truly is for the poor. Tari ignored her, focusing on the nurse. Please, my daughter, she's burning up. Help her. Why the nurse led Tari to triage? The doctor ran out of the emergency room. Is anyone here with the little boy from the accident? We can't operate without consent. He may not survive another hour. Vera kept silent, arms folded. Tari overheard, horrified. If no one will, I will sign. No child should die because adults are heartless. She signed and followed the doctor inside and froze. The boy on the table was Ademilade. On the bed lay Ademilade, pale, hooked to machines, her breath caught. Him? It's him? She spun towards the waiting area. Why didn't you say it was your grandson? Vera blinked in shock. What are you talking about? Just then, Senator Williams and Tade had joined the confused crowd. Mom? Tade asked. Why are you here? What's happening? Before Vera could answer, Tariq confronted her. You refused to help him? You almost let your grandson die. Vera's face drained of color, the words tilted. Then came the doctor's voice. He needs blood immediately. I will donate! Vera blotted, stumbling forward. The doctor shook his head. You're too old, ma'am. We need a direct family member. That single phrase cracked the dam inside her. Vera turned to Tari, her eyes wide, tears filled, desperate. He is your family, she whispered. He is your son, Tari. I threw you away. You were supposed to die, but you lived. The corridor fell into stunned silence. Senator Williams' folder slipped from his hands. Vera, what are you saying? Tadi's voice was shaking. Now recognizing Ose, is Tari? Mother, tell me you didn't just say what I think you said. Vera sank to her knees. I lied to you all. 6 years ago, I took the baby, your son, and left his mother for dead. She survived. God help me, she survived. Tari staggered backward, clutching her chest. Memories, flickering like broken glass. Tade's cry tore the air. You murdered them? William's rage erupted. You made me bury an empty coffin? The heart monitor from the emergency room screamed into a flat line. Doctor, someone yelled. He's crashing. Tari stumbled towards the door, tears blinding her. Ademilade, my son. Vera reached after her, wailing, save him, please, save my grandson. But Tade turned on her, shaking with fury. Don't you dare call him that. Senator Williams slammed his fist against the wall. His face ashen. I will never forgive you for this. Vera, never. Inside, the doctors fought for the boy's life. Outside, the family's word burned. The flight line stretched, shrill, endless, and then black. Thank you so much for watching to this point, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed making it. If you have not watched the part 1, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. I assure you, you will really enjoy it. And